What time is it? My battery is dead on my Nintendo 3DS.
It's half past the end of eternity. Our lives are over anyway. What does it matter?
Grandpa's late. He said he'd be here after quarter of the end of eternity.
Funny. Listen up, dweeb. I'm here, you're here. If you want to keep on breathing, you'll not talk to me or mess with me ever again. Got it?
Tabitha, the great philosophers Phineas and Ferb said, "There's 104 days of summer vacation, for school comes along just to end it. So the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it."
Being cooped up with Grandpa David is not my idea of spending even one precious day of summer vacation. I was going to get a tan on the beach in Florida.
And I was going to see alligators in Florida. But we're stuck here in the mountains with Grandpa David, so we better make the best of it.
Well, all I know is he better not have a banjo. I don't do banjo music.
Is that his truck? That looks like his truck, but it's not all beat up.
That can't be him. It's too nice.
Tabby Gale, John. It's been a coonsay since I saw you two. How long's it been? About a year? Come on, let's get in the truck. We'll go on.
Well, I can't even truck very long.
You know, John, that's not a new truck. It's the same old one. We just fixed her up a bit, put a new coat of paint on her, touched the body up a little bit. You know, I guess we all need a makeover every now and then. You might say, my old truck's been born again.
Ha ha, that's funny.
Tabby Gale, honey, I know this is the last place you wanted to spend your summer, cooped up with a crazy old man up on Lake Winnemover. But I tell you what, I believe this is a summer you're never going to forget.
Not without lots of therapy, we're not.
Well, we're going to go fishing.
I hate fish. They're gross. They smell like fish, and they're just plain icky.
You're right about that.
I am?
Yes, they are icky. You know, in fact, the Greek word for fish is ichthus, and short for ichthus is icky. So technically speaking, I guess you can say fish are icky.
Well, isn't that interesting?
That reminds me of a story.
Oh, no!
Not going to be that bad. One day, Jesus and the disciples were up in Capernaum. They were minding their business, of course, and a representative from the temple came up and asked for the temple tax. But you know that presented a problem. They didn't have any money.
Well, no, what did they do?
He told Peter, he said, Peter, I want you to go fishing.
What, so they can sell the fish and pay the tax?
No. Jesus told Peter to get in the boat, take that boat out on the lake, throw his line out in there, see what he caught. Well, sure enough, he caught a fish, and he pulled that fish right back in there. And he opened that fish's mouth, and guess what was inside of it? A big old shiny coin, because he opened it up just like Jesus told him to. And there's a shiny coin in there big enough to pay for both Peter and Jesus' taxes.
That's so cool, Grandpa.
Yes, it is.
Fish are still icky.
Yeah, icky but cool. You know, the early Christians used the fish or the ichthus as a symbol for being a secret believer.
What do you mean?
You see, in those days, it was against the law to follow Jesus. So if the government found out that you were a follower of Christ, you could be put in jail. You know, the ichthus was an early symbol or an acronym for Jesus, Christ, Son of God, and Savior. You know, oftentimes the early Christians, when they would meet, one of the Christians would take his toe and reach out and he'd mark about half of a fish on the ground, or mark half a fish he would. And then the other Christian would come up and he would mark out the other half. That way, they knew it was safe to talk about Jesus.
It's kind of like those old World War II movies that Dad always watches about the German occupation of France. It's all cloak and dagger.
That would make a great video game, Grandpa.
Well, yes, it would, John. But I tell you what, a whole lot of folks gave their lives to be fishers of men. But that's a story for another time.
How much farther is it to Lake Winnemover?
Well, we should be up to about the town of Peacehaven here pretty soon. And then right after that, you'll see the lake over there on the right. And you know that lake has got trout and bass and some catfish in that thing. But I tell you what, It's about 10 more miles after that till we get on up to the cabin.
Sounds isolated.
Yeah, it is. No lights, no phones, no motor cars, not a single luxury.
You're kidding me!
Yeah, Abigail, I'm pulling your leg. I have electricity and a phone. The old cabin ain't much, but to me it's just a little slice of heaven on earth. I tell you what, maybe you'd like to go swimming after we have lunch today.
You have a pool?
Oh, who needs a pool? We got a great old big lake.
Never mind. I'll pass.
What's the matter, sis? Your boyfriend? The fish lip monster is waiting in there to kiss, 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 and smooch, smooch, smooch with you?
Grow up. This is gonna be the longest summer ever.
Woo-hoo, wouldn't that be great? That would be wonderful. I can't wait to tell you all some of the exciting stories from the Bible. You know what, Abigail? I hope this summer never ends.